The film is about a 10-year-old girl who leaves school one day and her mother doesn't show up. And shortly after that, a strange man turns up in a beaten-up car with a window busted out. And it's her estranged father. And you don't really know what his motives are, what his intentions are to begin with, but what you learn is that he is there to save her life because he's done something that means the gang he was formerly affiliated with are out to get them both. So it's a road movie where two people are trying to escape from a set of villains, but it's also a movie about two estranged people finding each other one again and I think falling in familial love. Really, if there was a big reason, it was probably Nick, the filmmaker, and the story. You know, I loved Jordan Harper's novel when I read that after reading the script, and I just thought the world was distinct and interesting. And Nick's first film I thought was amazing, Calm with Horses, or The Shadow of Violence. And I just wanted to work with him.
My character, Polly, in the beginning of the movie, she's very shy and doesn't really have friends, and she's just not social. And throughout the movie, she gets put into all these crazy circumstances she has to go through, and she's basically forced to be strong and confident. And she learns a lot from her dad, and throughout that, she gets stronger and stronger. And about the film, I think that this film is about the Nate and Polly's relationship and them just trying to survive, and Taron trying to teach me how to survive and be strong and try to just go through all these crazy circumstances together, surviving. It was so fun. He's really nice, and he always kept it really light and happy and fun, and I always felt so comfortable on set. And even though it's really a dark movie and intense, I always felt super happy, and it never really felt intense. But obviously in the scenes I had to be intense and all of that, but behind the scenes it just felt so, I was just always so happy. So amazing. I thought that this film would be a great opportunity because it's very challenging and Polly's very different from me. So once I got the audition, I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope that I get this. And because I've always wanted to play something really challenging and different from me. And when the strike happened, after like my call back, the strike happened. So I kept asking my mom, when are we going to hear back from them? When are we going to hear back? And she was like, how am I supposed to know? It's the strike. And then I got the chemistry read after the strike. And then once so I was on Zoom with Taron for that one. And then once I got it, I was so happy to do this amazing movie. And I am so grateful for it and to have the opportunity and for all of you guys to see it. Nick Rowland is really the best director ever. He's super sweet and he's also very calm. You know, he did say that he was he felt very stressed out because we had to film it in 25 days. It was really fast. But I could never tell that he was stressed out. He's always so calm and he never shows it to me. So I never felt stressed out by him. And also, there was sometimes in some emotional scenes that I felt like I wasn't able to do it, and he always calmed me down and told me that I would be able to do it, and that I already did all of this in the casting. I can really do it. And I just felt, again, super comfortable and safe and happy. Oh, my favorite scene is probably the hair cutting scene. I don't know if I can give anything away, but the hair cutting scene or the final scene. I love both of those a lot.
Well, She Rides Shotgun, it's a chase movie, really, about a desperate father who is doing whatever he can to protect his daughter. But he's also trying to outrun his violent past, which is sort of catching up with him. So it's a thriller, it's dangerous, it's got car chases, it's got shootouts. But what makes this special, I think, is the central relationship between a father and daughter, which feels very true and real. And what I love about it is that there's real tenderness and heart at the center of this movie. And I'm always looking for stories where there is, I guess, a juxtaposition of tenderness and emotion and raw feeling and vulnerability coming up against something hard and brutal and dangerous. And I really, really hope people respond to that blend, you know. I think I think it's a story about realizing that even if you've made every wrong decision in your life, there's still time to make one good one. I was sent the script and the novel at the same time. I'm dyslexic, so I thought I'll read the script first. That's a bit more manageable. But I read it in one sitting, which is quite rare for me.
Oh, you did well.
Yeah, as a dyslexic person, I think anyone else that's dyslexic will know that if you sit with it, then you're dyslexic as well. Well, there we go. You know what I mean.
Oh, exactly.
So I kind of read that in one sitting, and I fell in love with it. And then I read the novel, and I thought that was beautiful. Jordan Harper's such an amazing writer. And then I called my agent, and I was like, there must be some sort of mistake. This is really good. Why have you sent it to me? Why is this not with, one of my heroes? And I just felt so grateful that I was given the opportunity to direct this movie and work on it with Taron and Anna and Rob and John and Odessa and such an amazing group of actors. And here we are now. No, I think if you're going to adapt something from a novel, you have to be prepared to make changes. They are different mediums, and I would say the main difference with this is we've condensed the time to create more of a thriller engine. It's about Nate in the film. He's having to put the track in front of the train as it's moving. It's just like it takes place over 3 days. The novel takes place over a much longer period of time. And the other biggest change I made was the ending, which is, I think all I'll say is that the movie starts with Anna with other children and as a child, and it ends with her with other children and as a child. But we see how she's changed because of what's happened through the course of the story. Taron's amazing. We've become very good friends since making this movie, and we have very similar creative instincts and tastes, I guess. I think initially what drew me to him was that he can, in the same breath, he can be both brutal and tender in a way that's sort of stripped of vanity and just pure in the way that he listens and responds and just stays in the moment. I think with Anna, we have someone fearless and emotionally brave and emotionally intelligent beyond her years, but she's Anna's a bit like a storm chaser. She runs towards emotion. She wants to get right in there, and any time you try and hold her back, she gets frustrated. She wants to keep going. She wants to go further and further. And there have been some amazing performances from young actors over the years. Looking at the TV show Adolescence recently is another good example. I think Anna holds her own and then some. I'm so excited for people to see what she does in this film. So I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait to see what she does next.
It's like a dream, both in that it's amazing that it's happening and also because it's totally bizarre and kind of unbelievable. It doesn't feel real to have a daydream in 2012 about a little girl on the run with her dad, and then, fast forward and you're seeing it on a screen with people saying the words you wrote and words you never thought of. It's insane. It's great. For me, Anna is the real jewel of this. She's Polly. It's very bizarre to think of something in your head and then see it literally come to life in the form of an actual living, breathing young actress. It's incredible, isn't it? It's very strange. Can I tell you something I have over here in a backpack? She carries a bear throughout the film that is literally based on my childhood teddy bear. I literally sent photos of my teddy bear to Nick, and is not a perfect replica, but it's inspired the teddy bear in the film. I hope that audiences are given something I think audiences have been wanting recently, which is something that's incredibly well made and with a real heart, but also full of action and thrills and suspense, because I don't think movies need to be put in one category or the other. I think most people like good movies, whether they're good action movies, good thrillers, good art house movies. People just want good movies that kind of deliver on all levels. It is, I'm not sure if it's a spoiler, it's Polly and the bear at the end of the film, and what she does is the first scene of the book I ever wrote, and so it's always been the most important scene to me, and to see it on screen it literally had chills the first time I saw it.